Okay, welcome to part 2 of our Cisco OpenStack Edition-Folsom multi-node walkthrough. So in the first recording we looked at our basic topology, how we set up a build server with Puppet, and all of the applications that we're going to use to now launch into our control and compute node build. So in this one we're going to talk about building just the controller and then the compute node, and then our final recording will be testing it all through quantum setups, downloading images into Glance, and then firing off some instances. So we provided you a script here that allows us to go and get things set up for us as it relates to booting the nodes and so forth. Now what we're going to do here is start off with our control server. Now you don't have to do this. We're doing it for the sake of the recording. You actually can come down here and run this for loop, and it'll actually walk through your entire cobbler system list and just do a for on them, do a clean node, and boot them all, so you can rock and roll pretty quickly on a lot of nodes in this environment. In this case, we're going to run them one at a time. Now this isn't going to do a whole lot for us. One, it's a clean install, so there is nothing to clean up from before, and two, we don't have IPMI at all in this setup, where we've just got virtual machines running against our Fusion box. So but I do want to go through each of the steps and complete them. So we're going to run that. We're going to come over here and we're going to start back up our control server. So I've kind of paused it here just to let you know, one, that when we took a look at our original site pp file that I had edited, this is where I got that MAC address from. You can get it from inside the VMware Fusion network properties, or you can get it when you boot one of the nodes. So we're going to go ahead and resume this. It's going to PXE boot off of our build server and then fire off the Ubuntu install. And so we're going to pause the recording here while it deploys Ubuntu and all the other good stuff associated with that. And we'll come back when it's done. Okay, so our control server is rebooted and is at the login prompt. So how these work is the Puppet agent gets installed during this Ubuntu process. And will most likely be running in the background. So I normally just let them run and finish it up. That's the fastest way through. You can also log in, stop the Puppet agent service, and run it by hand, or you can just do a tail on the log or whatever it is that you want to do. But right now, that function will be running in the background. So now we're going to go out and run against our compute node. And we're just going to fire it up and let Ubuntu get installed on it. So again, we'll let this finish up. We'll come back when it's done, and then we'll take a look at our setup for OpenStack. Our nodes, they have rebooted and have probably operated successfully with their Puppet agent runs in the background. So what we're going to do, let's kind of get back into where our instructions are here. So we went through this clean node. Both of our nodes have come up. So we are getting into the testing OpenStack. So one thing I'm going to add in here that's not in the instructions is we can go and take a look at our services here just to make sure everything is cool before we log in to the web console. Okay, as a part of the setup here is we put this OpenRC file in here, and if you've done anything with OpenStack, you kind of understand this is just where we're exporting some variables for setting our tenant and our username and so forth for the commands that we're about to run. So what we're going to do here is do a Nova manage service list and take a look at all of our services. So we've got all the services on our control node and our compute server, and everything is nice and happy. So our instructions tell us to log into the dashboard or the Horizon interface and take a look at this. So let's go do that. So the credentials for this, again, are in that site pp file. So in this case, it's admin, capital C, ISCO. Hard to type that. hard to type that as you're saying it. It's capital C, Cisco 123. So we're going to log in here. Probably get some whining here. And yes, I tried to fill my last known login to this page. So here we are. So here's the Horizon dashboard interface here. We really have nothing going on. If we come over here to our project, we've got no instances, we've got no images uploaded, we've got no keys or custom security groups, and we have absolutely no networks. So this is where we're going to shift gears over to the third recording, which is dedicated towards building a quantum environment and doing it either manually or do it through the automated fashion, downloading an image, uploading that into Glance, and then firing off some instances so that we can actually test to make sure this entire environment that we've built is functioning properly. So we're going to stop this recording here. We're going to pick up with our third and final recording, which is focused on quantum and testing our setup. So I'll see you in the third recording.